Hi everybody, I'm Julie O'Kane and I'm president of the board of the San Joaquin River Parkway and Conservation Trust. And I'm here to welcome you to our virtual event tonight. Thank you for joining the fun from the comfort of your home. Tonight, we've prepared a program with some exciting updates about the work your support makes possible. Our executive director, Sharon Weaver, will be coming to you live from the River Center. And we have a special sneak preview of the Trust's newest property at Sumner Peck Ranch. Well, I joined the Parkway, became involved because I was interested in ways that we could have children be able to get outside and learn in the natural environment. The acquisition of the Sumner Peck Ranch has already helped us create new opportunities for people of all ages to get outside and enjoy nature. You'll hear more about that throughout this evening. While we wish we could be together in person as we usually are for the kickoff this year, we're grateful for the opportunity to come together virtually to celebrate the new year of parties for the Parkway. The River Parkway is a social organization, and we all cherish the chance to spend time together around our effort to create and protect the San Joaquin River Parkway. Throughout the evening, you can add to the conversation in the chat room. And if you feel moved, you can share the reason for becoming involved in the Parkway. Or you can ask a question. A member of the Trust staff will be monitoring the chat throughout the evening as we go through our program. If you've attended the kickoff party before, you know that live music is always a part of our celebration. So let's start the night off on a right note with a musical performance. Please enjoy this performance by Catherine and Carl Johnson playing Banish Misfortune. Wow, wasn't that just wonderful? Thank you, Catherine and Carl, for adding to our celebration this evening. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce Sharon Weaver, the Executive Director of the River Parkway Trust. Let's hear it for Sharon.
Thank you, Julie. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sharon Weaver, and I'm the Executive Director for the San Joaquin River Parkway and Conservation Trust. I'm so pleased to welcome you to the 2021 Kickoff Party for the Parkway. It's hard to believe that it was only a year ago that we gathered together before the pandemic shut down all of our social gatherings. And I want to say thank you for sharing a little bit of your evening with us. I want you to know that we value your time. We're so grateful that you've chosen to spend some time with us this evening. And we are going to keep this presentation relatively short. It's only going to be 30 minutes because if you're anything like me, you're a little zoomed out at this point in the pandemic. But we have some great updates for you of our conservation, education, and recreation programs. And so again, thank you for spending some time with us and seeing some of the work that you make possible as Parties for the Parkway supporters. We're looking forward to celebrating in person at parties throughout the year. You'll notice that our parties in the early part of the year have been modified for COVID-19 protocols, including social distancing and gathering outdoors. Later in the year, we hope that a majority of the population will be vaccinated so that we can again gather together indoors. If you or your friends haven't made reservations for this season's parties yet, you can make reservations on our website at riverparkway.org right after this presentation. As we move into our project and program updates, I want to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors, volunteers, artists, and party hosts for making this Parties for the Parkway season happen. We truly could not do this without you. The pandemic and the resulting shutdowns have reaffirmed how critical parks and protected open spaces are to public health and everyone's quality of life. The Trust is committed to creating and protecting the San Joaquin River Parkway for everyone. Throughout this year, I've been gratified to see more people than ever visiting the Parkway's trails and open space lands. You are part of the community that supports special places like Sycamore Island, the River Center, Jensen River Ranch, and of course, the Lewis S. Eaton Trail. As Julia mentioned earlier, we would love to hear your reasons for getting involved with the San Joaquin River Parkway. So if you feel so moved, please share a little bit of your story in the chat. And now we're going to hear a few words from Development Director Sarah Parks about the highlights of the Trust's outdoor recreation programs.
Hello, I'm Sarah Parks, Development Director for the San Joaquin River Parkway and Conservation Trust. When was the last time you visited the San Joaquin River Parkway? Whether you enjoy hiking, cycling, wildlife watching, horseback riding, or just escaping into nature, there is a place out here for you to enjoy. If you were to visit us at the River Center this weekend, you'd see families enjoying a walk around the Hidden Homes Trail, birders looking for the great horned owl nesting in the camphor tree, and people running, walking, and bike riding on the Lewis S. Eaton Trail. At Sycamore Island, you'll see kayaks and boats on the ponds, and anglers of all ages casting their lines from the bank, hoping to catch bass and trout. If you take a walk out to the Van Buren unit, you might catch a glimpse of the osprey nest. Trail runners and off-road bicycle riders are finding adventure and enjoyment at Sycamore Island too. Over the last year, we've seen more people discovering the outdoor opportunities available along the Parkway. The COVID-19 crisis has reaffirmed how critical parks and protected open spaces are for health and improving quality of life. Your generosity helps protect and steward landscapes where people can get outside to care for their physical and mental health.
Thank you, Sarah, and good evening, everyone. My name is Jesus Lubiano, and I'm the Rental Event Manager at the San Joaquin River Parkway. We opened Sycamore Island early for the 21 season, and we have been thrilled to welcome more people out to the property for fishing, wildlife watching, cycling, and horseback riding. The River Center on Old Fryan Road is also available for outdoor recreation 7 days a week. As children in our community continue learning from home, families are taking advantage of the resources available at the River Center to engage their children in outdoor play and physical activity. In a few weeks, the Trust will also hold our first ever Spring Break River Camp at All Hallow. This camp is particularly designed for middle school students and focuses on leadership and team building skills. And of course, this summer we will again provide river camp programs both in Fresno and Firebaugh. And during the school year, we have been providing virtual field trip programs for students that are currently learning at home. If you have children or grandchildren that are interested in attending River Camp, please go to our website and sign up now. Many of the sessions are already sold out, so please act quickly to reserve your space. The Trust Program Director, Ms. Molly Ishnur-Salambini and her staff are here to tell you a little bit more about the Trust education programs.
I'm Molly Ishnur-Salambini, Community Programs Director with the River Parkway Trust. Outdoor education and recreation programs are a core part of the River Parkway Trust's mission. Through river field trips, summer camps, and other outdoor community programs, the Trust seeks to connect children and families to the wonders of the San Joaquin River. And your support makes these programs possible. Over the past year, we've adapted to the changing environment of social distancing and virtual learning. We've transitioned our river field trip programs to a virtual format, and thousands of elementary school students have enjoyed learning about rivers, plants, animals, and the local ecosystem. Education docents present live from the River Center and have a format that's partially pre-recorded content and partially live interaction with the students. Wouldn't you like to take a field trip with the Trust?
Sound! Can you hear that? Sound waves caused by movement that is passed through the air are collected by your outer ear and sent to your eardrum. The sound waves then cause the eardrum to vibrate, sending messages through tiny bones in your ear and then are interpreted by the brain. Listen, there are so many birds out and about this morning. Which direction are the sounds coming from? Let's use our deer ears to find out. That's more like it. Now that we can hear more clearly, we can figure out where the sound is coming from and know where to look for the birds.
We're so grateful for the opportunity to continue educating local youth about the diverse ecosystem of the San Joaquin River. Thank you for the role that you play in making these programs possible. Many people in the community mostly know about the River Parkway Trust because of their experience with our summer camp program. So here's Katie Kincaid to tell us a little bit more about the River Camp experience.
Hi, I'm Katie Kincaid, Programs Assistant for the River Parkway Trust and Camp Director for River Camp at Owl Hollow. Many campers come back year after year for a week by the river, and I could tell you all the reasons why our campers love camp, or I could show you. At River Camp, the campers get to learn about the environment while swimming, canoeing, and playing games right along the San Joaquin River. They see how they can play a direct part in preserving and protecting our beautiful ecosystem. Through my many years at River Camp, I have been able to see camp bring out something special in each child. I would like to share a story with you that really shows how 1 week at camp can make a huge impact on a child and how they view the outdoors. When I was a counselor, thanks to donors like you, we were able to provide scholarships to a few foster children. One of those campers was Zach. Zach was very quiet at first, but once he saw the river, his jaw dropped. He turned to me and said, "There's a river here? I've never seen a river before. Are there lakes too?" We talked about the river and lakes and how they work, and Zach was just amazed that this was in his very own backyard. 1 week at River Camp can make a lifelong steward, just like Zach. When you donate, volunteer, or sponsor our programs, you are investing in the future preservation of the Parkway, and our campers are very grateful for this opportunity. They would like to thank you themselves.
We are the Herons. Thank you for making camp happen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, isn't that fun? I just love River Camp. Another program that's especially close to my heart is our work to preserve and restore habitat on the San Joaquin River. The Trust is finishing up the third phase of habitat enhancement at Jensen River Ranch and about to start a new phase of restoration at Fresno River West. I encourage you to sign up for one of our monthly volunteer work days online. It's a great chance to get outdoors and enjoy some time with your family and friends. The Trust Restoration Project Manager, Jake Salambini, is here to tell you a little bit more about habitat enhancement work on the San Joaquin River Parkway.
Hi, I'm Jake Salambini, Restoration Project Manager for the River Parkway Trust. The River Parkway Trust provides a wide range of program services to protect and restore the San Joaquin River lands. Thanks to you, we're able to steward about 4,000 acres of open space throughout the Parkway. Today, our conservation work focuses on protecting and restoring streamside forests and important wildlife habitats. We're nearing completion of the third phase of habitat restoration at the Jensen River Ranch. With the support of dedicated volunteers, we installed and cared for thousands of native plants on the 20-acre property. A recent plant survey showed we have 90% plant survival rate. As these plants mature, they will provide the resources for a variety of wildlife, including deer, bobcats, riparian songbirds, and protected species like the Swainson's hawk. At Fresno River West, work continues on the H Pond Restoration Project. More than 10,000 native trees and shrubs and plants were planted around the pond several years ago. In addition to benefiting wildlife, this project will enhance the future extension of the Lewis S. Eaton Trail on the property. This year, we are preparing to launch a new phase of restoration work around the E-Pond at Fresno River West. We've completed soil testing, irrigation plans, and a planting design. Soon, these plants, currently growing at the River Center, will be planted around the E-Pond. Stay tuned for opportunities to volunteer with this project. The Trust is also working on floodplain restoration at Fresno River West and Sycamore Island. Pole cuttings of willows, sycamores, and cottonwood trees were planted along the floodplain there. Today, they are continuing to mature and in the future will provide a protective habitat for a variety of wildlife, including salmon. Thank you for supporting the River Parkway Trust's conservation work. You are making an impact in helping improve the ecological health of the San Joaquin River bottom.
Towards the end of 2020, two incredibly exciting things happened. A few days before the holidays, we received news about the court decision affirming that Measure P has passed. Can you believe it? Measure P has passed. And now the city of Fresno has affirmed its implementation and is actively working to implement it. Thank you to all of you who helped donate, collect signatures, and vote for this incredibly important new funding measure for Fresno parks. We will be working with the Measure P committee and the city of Fresno in the months ahead to start implementing the measure, and we'll keep you updated about how it impacts the San Joaquin River Parkway. One thing you can be sure of is that it will result in more trails and more public access to the San Joaquin River. Finally, we closed out the year with the announcement of the Trust's acquisition of Sumner Peck Ranch. We're so excited about this new property located in Fresno County, just south of Friant on the San Joaquin River. It's a critical piece of land that is contiguous with Ball Ranch, Ledger Island, and the Willow Unit of the San Joaquin River Ecological Reserve. It includes a half mile of river frontage, in addition to habitat and farmland. If you haven't had a chance to come out and visit the property yet, we thought you might enjoy a bird's eye view of the site this evening. Here's a 2.5-minute video specializing in aerial views of the property.
Thank you, Ned Maury, for that wonderful footage of Sumner Peck Ranch. I had the honor to meet many of you at Sumner Peck Ranch over the last few weekends, and I hope to see more of you in the weeks ahead. A question I have been getting from our visitors is, what are you planning to do with the Peck Ranch property? As you could see in the aerial footage, almost half of the property is in agriculture production. The agriculture portion of the property includes wine grapes, citrus, blueberries, blackberries, and a few stone fruit trees. We plan to keep farming the property for the next few years and gradually restore Valley Oak savanna habitat so that the property blends seamlessly with Ball Ranch and Ledger Island. The trust will also continue developing opportunities for public access, outdoor recreation, educational programs at Peck Ranch. Our Young Explorers Preschool Camp will take place at Sumner Peck this summer, and we're holding open house days every weekend throughout the month of March. We just put a link in the chat, which includes the registration form and opportunities to volunteer. Here is where you can find it on our website.
If you would like to volunteer or attend the Summer Peck Ranch Days, you can go to our website and click on our calendar tab. Scroll down to the Summer Peck Ranch Day you would like to register for. When you scroll down to the bottom of that screen, you'll see registration to attend or to volunteer. If you click on the volunteer opportunities page, it will take you to the registration page where you can submit your times.
I'm pleased to announce that we have leased the glass wine tasting building to Solitary Cellars. Solitary Cellars is a winery that is located in Madera County right now. They're in the process of moving into Fresno County, and they will be opening at the site in the next month or so. The great thing about having them on site is that it will allow us to provide daily public access to Sumner Peck Ranch. You Pick fruit sales and other programs will continue on the weekends throughout the next few months. Mark your calendars for blueberry picking season in May. You won't want to miss out. As we get ready to close out our program this evening, I want to thank you for joining us tonight and participating in our first ever virtual kickoff event. I hope you enjoyed sharing a little bit of your evening with us and hearing about the great work that you make possible. You are an important part of the River Parkway Trust's work and mission. Will you consider making an additional gift tonight to continue our progress in 2021? We have just shared a link to make a donation online. Please consider making an additional gift to support conservation, education, and recreation programs along the Parkway. We look forward to celebrating more successes with you throughout this year. If you missed any of tonight's content or would like to share this information with family and friends, we will be posting this recording on our website at riverparkway.org. Please feel free to share it with anyone who might be interested in the work of the River Parkway Trust. And now I invite you to raise a glass and celebrate open space, conservation, and working together to create the San Joaquin River Parkway. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, Jesus. Thank you for your support, and please try to stay healthy through these last few months of the pandemic. I hope to see you soon out on the Parkway. Thank you again for joining us this evening, and have a wonderful rest of your evening.